I finally watched Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. I had meant to go watch this in the theaters, but upon seeing the box office and the flop that it was getting, I was like, you know what? I think I can wait. And then when they put it on digital, when it was not even out of the theaters, I was like, yeah, I think it can wait. So I've waited. It has now finally come onto streaming services, and I watched Shazam 2. So what are my thoughts on it? Well, is it better than the first Shazam? No, I would say it's equal to. I don't think any of these are better. Um, just to say, I had a pretty good time with this movie. I didn't think it was a bad movie at all. It's not the greatest thing ever. It's just an okay, fine movie, which is how I felt about Shazam. I think they're just both okay movies. You can stick them on, and you're not gonna have a bad time. It's gonna be, fine, right? So the basic plot is, and I like how this does tie into the first Shazam. The ending is, now that the wizard staff was broken at the end of the first Shazam, because it's broken, a magical barrier has gone down, and the Daughters of Atlas have managed to cross over into our world, and they want revenge. Pretty much for the fact that their father's power was stolen and given to the champion, who is Shazam. So they want revenge on it. That's pretty much it. They also want to bring back the Tree of Life, and their garden and all this type of stuff. Go read the mythology, pretty much. Go on Wikipedia. Billy pretty much reads a passage from Wikipedia in this movie. So yeah, that's the plot, and also we deal with the fact that the big thing is that Billy is trying to keep this family together, while everyone is trying to go their own separate ways. We have Mary, who didn't go off to college, and she's pretty bitter about that, the fact that she doesn't have any friends. We have Freddy, who's trying to be his own superhero. You have Darla, who just doesn't care. She's doing Darla stuff. We have Pedro, who really doesn't care and just wants to eat. You have, I think it's Eugene, right? That's his name. Eugene, who's more interested in looking through this kind of room they have with a bunch of doors, and he's kind of more interested in exploring all that, labeling it, kind of saying like, yeah, you can go in this door, don't go in this door. This door is kind of okay if it's multiple people, that type of stuff. And Billy wants them all to go together, and we found out that there's a rule that if there's a problem, it's all or none, is the phrase. And Freddy isn't happy about that because Freddy, he's trying to be his own hero on his own. So when he sees that there's a problem, and Billy finds out, Freddy's like, hey, I think the two of us can do it, and Billy goes, well, the rule, it's all or none. And Freddy's like, and the reason for that is I really like the story that they're telling, that Billy does not want to see his family come apart, because he has had awful experience. His dad left, his mom abandoned him. What does he have? He's been running away from foster families for years in the foster care, and now he's finally found one that he can connect with, and he's coming to be 18, so soon he will no longer be part of the foster care system, and he is afraid that his foster parents might kick him out. And by doing that, he would lose his family. So that's what he's worried about, and that's why he wants everyone to stick together, which I like that. It makes sense with what we know about Billy. So I like that character work that they have done with him there. Everyone else also makes sense. They all kind of want to be their own person, but they're not exactly wanting to leave the family. They just kind of want their own space. Like anytime Freddy's like, I'm just gonna go take a fly, Billy's like, yeah, well, I'll go. And Mary's like, just because Freddy wants to go for a fly for 10 minutes doesn't mean we all have to go, Billy. Like that type of thing. And so that part I really did enjoy. As for the general story, it's not too complicated. I feel like anyone can really, it's very simple where it goes. And I didn't mind it at all. Some stuff I did mind. There is quite a bit of times where I felt that it could have been taken a lot more seriously. I think they tried to go too funny, haha. We're entering Marvel territory where nothing is taken seriously, and that's not what I need. I need you to take some stuff seriously. Uh, I just praised Billy for his great character work, but he did at times. I'm like, okay, you should know. If you're almost 18, you should be taking this seriously, because not every 18-year-old jokes every 5 freaking seconds. I should know. So Billy should have known when to take some stuff seriously. Like when he's having his meeting with the first daughter of Atlas, he's joking the whole time. When she's being dead serious, like, I will take your power, I will kill you. And Billy's just joking. I'm like, no, Billy, you should be taking this seriously. Especially for why they're having the meeting in the first place. Billy should be taking this very seriously. So I do feel like Billy should have been more serious in some places, and not just him. A lot of members of the cast, they don't get a lot right. Like, Eugene, Pedro, they don't get a lot. So there's that. Mary is okay. Freddy's the comic relief, so he can make funny jokes and be the butt of stuff, and not take stuff seriously. But I feel like Billy should have been a lot more serious, especially since he is the chosen champion, you know? But overall, oh, and yes, Wonder Woman makes a cameo at the end of the movie, by the way. But overall, I had an enjoyable time with this movie. Like I said, not a, this wasn't gonna save DC, but I think it's just a fine, enjoyable time that I didn't regret. I thought it was okay. So I give the movie 7 out of 10. It was fine. It's inoffensive. It's an okay movie that I don't think actually deserved the box office failure, but I can understand the box office failure because superhero fatigue, not a real thing, by the way. The main reason this failed is because, well, first off, director, you need to learn to shut your mouth. And second of all, because of James Gunn's new rebooted universe, this means nothing. Nothing that happens in this movie matters. So why would people go and see it? Which I completely understand. So that's my review for Shazam 2. What did you think about the movie? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.